big part of the agreement we made. You know, if you read that whole statement, I was very nice to them. I helped them because they were in trouble with the stoppage of a massive amount of business. But I'm sure that I'll speak to President Xi and hopefully we'll work that out. But yeah, there's a violation of the agreement.
All right, welcome to another trading analytics video. This should be a pretty quick update. I'm just going to go over a couple tickers here and then we'll get you guys out of here. Kicking things off for us is the NASDAQ 100 or QQQ. And I'm viewing this very simple, right? We are over this resistance that we have been, hitting our head against for quite a while. It's in the mid 522s. We did get a breakout, right? After getting, rejected from this upper trend line and got back inside of the range. We did break out of 522 and did get some hourly candle closes above. So it's no, surprise that we did get a nice move up today. Now, the way I'm kind of viewing this market is I think we have a little higher to go, maybe possibly towards, this 533 area. I do believe that this could send us back down, with a pretty nasty rejection once we get up there. So at this time here, I'm not really viewing the market in a complicated way, right? We do have the bull trend of higher lows and higher highs. And so I think once we kind of get up to this region here, I do suggest many of you guys get in a lot of cash because I do think that this rejection will be pretty significant in my humble opinion. But again, that's to be determined. Let the price do all the talking and don't guess. Another reason or another place where I would become risk off and get in cash is if for any reason we fall back below 522. Back below 522 not only would be a loss of this trend line, but could send us down pretty significantly if we end back below 522 again. So that's what I would watch on the Qs. It's pretty simple, right? Above 522, you're looking for this upper trend line resistance right around 533. And below 522, it gets really bearish, should be mostly cash. So that's how I view it, and I suggest you guys keep it real simple on the Qs. All right, then really quick, I wanted to go over Tesla stock here. And so from the last update that we put out in our last video, Tesla did break out of this bull flag here on the 4-hour chart. We were entering in our Discord server right around 339, 338. We were buying up this entire zone here. That was on last Friday. And then we obviously got the big gap up, and, we got to move towards 368. Since we hit that 368 area, we did run into a double top and it slammed us right back into the range. And so that's what this rectangle represents for us, is a range. And so the top of the range here is right around 355. And then right towards the bottom is right around 331, 332. So it's a range of support and resistance between this flag-like consolidation that Tesla has been operating in. And so, again, I'm leaning bullish on Tesla. Obviously, we did get a, once we tried to, break out of the range once again earlier today, we did get a tweet from Elon Musk talking about the big, beautiful bill and how he didn't support it and all of that stuff. And obviously, that brought some volatility to Tesla. We ended up, getting rejected right at the top of this range and slammed right back down towards this gap fill, the overnight gap fill. And so it's interesting to see what Tesla will do tomorrow. We are on a little bit of support here. And, again, we'll see if we can get some follow through here back to the upside, or is, this going to get sent back down to the bottom of the range. So again, if this support holds here right around this 342, 343 area, you can see Tesla retest the 355 area and try again. However, if we're not able to hold this support, I do expect we will be heading back towards the bottom of the range here, right? And again, there's a couple ways to also view this, right? If I can find my my little brush here, I know it's in here somewhere. Here it is, right? On one hand, right, we'd never made a swing low, right? And so Tesla looks pretty good here. And again, you might consider this a soft higher low as well. So again, like I said, you could easily come back up here and start putting higher lows and higher highs towards the event that he has coming. I think it's Robotaxi event that's coming up on June 12th. I know that's a thing as well. However, at the same time, right, we have not made a swing low yet, but You know, we did get this double top here, and ever since the double top, we have been getting some lower high rejections, right? So again, this is where I'm really watching. Are we going to get the lower low that breaks us out of this range, or are we going to get the move from support here that breaks us towards the top of the range? That's why tomorrow I think is going to be a very big story for Tesla. What kind of candles are we going to get? And are we going to be breaking back to the upside or the downside? And that's what we need to keep an eye on. So pretty neutral here. I'm leaning slightly more on the bullish side. I wouldn't say slightly bullish. I'm more on the bullish side with the catalyst coming up and the overall setup that's in front of us. And the fact that we have not made a swing low yet. So I am looking more towards the upside, but I'm very open to losing this support and heading back to downside. And if that's the case, I would once again expect the lower end of the range, which is down at 330. So that's what I kind of see, not only on Tesla, but on the Qs as well. So good luck out there, guys. We'll be back in the next video. Trade safely.